Finally, Sunday, my last day off. And from what what I understand is going to work, not my regular time, which is 6 o'clock. I have to be at work by 6. I'll pretty much be getting to work when we originally get off of work at like 4:35. So, because that'll be the first shift, and then the second shift would be me and whoever else is working that night. Like I said, I don't know who else is doing it, but and I don't even know how long it's supposed to be going on for either. It could be a couple days, it could be a week, but if it's only a couple days, my sleep schedule is going to be all messed up. Let's just say it's only Monday and Tuesday. Because at the same time, I don't even know when we work till, you know what I mean? Because if we start work at 5, 1 o'clock would be about an 8-hour shift. So if we do 8, which I don't know if we will, because technically there's an apartment complex right across the street. So I don't know. I mean, 10 hours would be 3. And then, I would have to get up in 3 hours just to go to work the next day. But I don't know. We'll see. Well, technically 2 hours, not 3, I meant. But yeah. For all I know, I might take a day off and then, get my sleep schedule back. Who knows? I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know. I know they done this a couple times. But I didn't work those times. Because, they told me that they were going to be working till, all night. And I'm like, I'm not staying here until, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. If I got to get up the next morning at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, just to go back to work. I'm not working 24 hours. That's just not safe. I'd be tired. I'm not saying that people don't do it. I'm not saying that people haven't done it. But the thing is working past a certain time just isn't safe. So that's why they just, I guess, have people, they made it to the point where now people do 2 shifts. First shift goes home, second shift comes in. Like at a regular job, Certain people work certain shifts, but we'll see. It's just the weekend went by fast, though. Really fast. And it kind of sucks, Because I kind of don't want to go to work, but at the same time, I do, because in a way, how can I put this? It'd be different if I was doing something totally different at the room, if that makes sense. But I'm not. What I do at the job is what I do at the room. And I don't really have the time and sometimes even money to really go travel. I mean, I could have traveled this weekend, but right at the moment, I don't have a good car. So I'm trying to save up for a better car. And no, I don't want to sit here and outright get a car from a dealership, because I don't want to have a payment. I don't want to have to deal with the personal property taxes. Because, unlike Florida and some other states, where I'm at, personal property tax on a brand new car would be a few $1,000s. And I'm not going to pay no $3,000, $4,000 for no freaking car. Hell no. I'll pay $60, but I'm not going to pay or $100 to $200, even though I wouldn't want to pay that, but I did, and I have, but I would never pay $2, $3, $4 for a freaking car every year. Just in taxes. It's not every state has that. But it is what it is. And plus, the last car that I got from a dealership anyway was a junk car. because at that time my credit wasn't the best. Pretty much what happened is, since it wasn't, and the car that my parents gave me, because they didn't need the car anymore, because it was just sitting, that car broke down on me. It was more my fault, don't get me wrong. I feel like it was because it already had possibly had less, because I didn't check the fluids that morning. I was in a rush, and then I get, I don't know, probably about an hour up the road, because I wasn't that far away from work. I was probably like 20-30 minutes ish, and the car starts overheating. And I feel like it was because it either blew a line and I just ran it too far, and then because like later on that day, because we put in a new radiator and all that stuff, put in the hoses, but the car later on that day, it if I remember correctly, blew up on me again, and it took me from 3 to about 3 a.m. just to get back to the room, because I had to stop every so often, and I didn't have AAA at that time. So eventually I heard from one of the places that we took it to was a head gasket, and eventually took it to, because I didn't have the means or any way to fix it, so I took it to the dealership. I should have read the reviews, but this dealership was a shitty dealership, one of the shady ones, and we took it there. We had a couple $100 down, and then eventually got a car, but the car needed to be fixed, needed to be cleaned out, because it just got it, and like certain things on the body needed to be fixed. So it was like a week or so before we could get it. They gave us a loaner. Eventually we got the car, and then like a week or two later they took the car back, because supposedly the dealership pulled out on the deal, or no, the bank pulled out on the deal. All it was, the car was just a 2016 it was 2016, I believe, Chevy Cruze. And then they pulled out on the deal. They took the car back. And then we had one or two options, a Honda Accord or a Nissan Altima. And they just got them in, too. So they didn't clean them out, nothing. And long story short, I picked the Honda, but they said the Honda Accord had a blown engine, so they gave us the 2010 Nissan Altima with no AC, and the freaking window busted. Not the big window, but the little tiny window busted open. And then we get the car. We finally just put in some Freon. It worked, and then alternator goes out on us like a week or two later. Tried to get that fixed. That was a whole debacle and whatnot, because the shop was shit and all that crap. And eventually the car goes out on us again, because it wasn't the right alternator, because this specific car has a 2.5, which is a 4-banger, and then it has a 3.5, which is 6. And they got us the 4, and it wasn't enough power, so the freaking alternator went out on us again. And then there's a lot of other problems, like hoses and radiators going out on us to let's see what else put out on us on that car. I don't know, just other than a wheel bearing went out on us. Shitty headlight. The headlight in that car was a whole bunch of money. It was like $100 just for a bulb. There's just a whole bunch of other shit. And then eventually I got moved up to this job that I'm about to go to again. And my car goes out going back to the room. It was about an hour and a half away to the Motel 6. And the car totally goes out on us. Bring it to the shop eventually, because I'm eventually making it home. And They tell us that the car can get fixed, but it's going to go out on us again. And there's no point in fixing it because the repairs are worth more than what the car's worth. So we let the bank have it back, and then her parents helped us out with the van. We've had that for a couple of years, so I'm not going through that bullshit again. Unless I can go through a reputable dealer, get a decent car, nothing too new because I'm not paying the personal property tax or car tax on that thing. Hell no. But like I said, we'll see. We'll get it all figured out because I believe everything happens for a reason. And we're all just, how can I put this? Nothing is all that bad, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, there's going to be bad in life just like there's going to be good. We just got to keep going and work towards our goals and dreams.